Good evening, students. So, welcome to the second session in chemistry. In our first session, I have outlined matter and its classification, and also we have discussed about the structure of an atom. What are the basic fundamental particles of an atom? Electron, proton, neutron, and I explained almost 104 elements, and also instructed you to memorize all the 104 elements. Now, in this context, now I would like to ask you a few questions, like how you really practiced it. So let's come back here. Kirtana Shraddha. Kirtana Shraddha. Hello, Kirtana Shraddha. Yeah, please, you can unmute and you can speak. Can you name the 3D elements, scandium to zinc? Could you tell me, please? Unmute, please. Unmute and tell me scandium to zinc. Unmute your phone, please. Deepthi Tejesha. Raise your hand. Raise your hand then. Raise your hand, please. Kitna Shraddha, raise your hand. There. Raise your hand, please. Yes. Kirtana Shraddha, again raise your hand, please. Yeah. Now you speak, please. Now, yeah, you can speak now. Scandium. Come on, scandium. Kirtana, please speak. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese. Come on, Kirtana. Now.
Sir, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, it's audible for me. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can you repeat your question?
Scandium to zinc. Speak out the elements, please. Read out the elements. Scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese. Come on. Iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, and zinc. Right? Now, see, you are expected to memorize these elements. I have conveyed in the first class to remember 104 elements. Come on. 39 to now, Deepta Tejesha. Deepta Tejesha. Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand, please. Yes. Now, 39 to 48. Come on. Yttrium. Speak out. Yttrium. Zirconium. Speak out, please. Yttrium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, silver, and cadmium. I hope you're all inert at home. You're not reading. I have given the work for you and you're not done it. Come on, Divyesh. Please raise your hand, Divyesh. Divyesh. Raise your hand, please. Abhinav. Abhinav, raise your hand. Mr. Abhinav. Yeah. Could you tell me what is element number 78? Mr. Abhinav. Element number 78, please. Element number 78 is not platinum. Everybody likes it. Yeah, good. It's platinum. Next, 79. Yeah, I think you have periodic table with you. Huh? Good. I appreciate. Yeah. Could you name the noble gases, please? All the noble gases. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. Come on. Charishma, please raise your hand. Charishma, raise your hand, please. Yeah. Charishma, could you 31 to 36? 31 to 36, can you answer? 31 to 36, 6 elements only. Gallium, germanium. Yeah, come on, please.
Arsenic.
Yes, good. 33 is arsenic. 34, come on. Arsenic, antimony. Is it antimony? Bromine and krypton. Right? Yeah. Akshaya. Thank you. Akshaya. Akshaya. Please raise your hand. Good. Can you name 57 to 71? What is 57? Lanthanum. Yes, lanthanum, cerium, praseodymium, neodymium, promethium. Good. 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 Holmium, erbium, thulium, ytterbium, lutetium. I hope you have the book with you. At least I appreciate at least you read the book. Okay. So now thank you. So now, so again, it's my humble request for all the students. Please do the practice, and it pays rich dividends for you. You'll be very happy when you memorize 104 elements. In the next session, I'm going to ask each and every student. Yeah, good. So let's move forward. So let us have the second session on these fundamentals of chemistry. Well, yeah. You all aware what is an atomic number? Atomic number is nothing but the number of positive charges in the nucleus, right? The number of protons in the nucleus are the number of positive charges in the nucleus, right? That is what is all about atomic number. And you know, you all are designated by a unique ID, right? What is that? Aadhaar number. Similarly, here also every element, see, many scientists since 1800 they have been discovering different elements, right? And every element has been given a unique ID. What is the unique ID? Atomic number, right? Atomic number is the unique ID for the identification, right? Yeah. And when you have when the scientists are they goes on discovering or inventing different elements, and there is a need to organize properly, to arrange properly, right? So you all aware, so atom is electrically neutral. So here the number of positive charges in the nucleus, definitely here you have a positive charges in the nucleus, so they are balanced by the electrons. Number of, so always number of positive charges, positively charged particles are equal to number of electrons, number of negatively charged particles. I hope you all aware, so that the atom is electrically neutral. Atom is electrically neutral. Now, interesting part. Well, you know very well. So X is an element. An element. For example, you have calcium is an element, right? Calcium is an element. Now you have to designate this. So Z, you have to write always here 20 is the atomic number. So Z signifies atomic number, and A signifies mass number. So mass number is 40, right? Always. So and A minus Z gives neutrons. So number of neutrons is nothing but mass number minus atomic number is number of neutrons. So this is the basic designation. There is a designation. There is a way to write. This is a notation which you have to follow. This is the chemical notation, elemental notation. Well, now already I conveyed to you. So mass number is nothing but, so students try to understand. So here I got a nucleus, right? Mass number means what? It is something associated with the nucleus only. This is a nuclear part. In the nuclear part, try to understand. This is the nucleus. So in this nucleus, what you have? In this nucleus, what you have, students? You have protons plus neutrons. So this protons plus neutrons, the mass of this protons and neutrons, the mass of this protons and neutrons is nothing but mass number. What is it? A. That is what is mass number. So, and the mass number is varying, is changing from element to element. Why? Because number of protons are changing and number of neutrons are changing. So element to element, number of protons are changing, neutrons are changing. So in the nucleus, I am talking about the nucleus. See, because the mass number is nothing but you are weighing the mass of the protons as well as neutrons. You know very well, protons has a mass, neutrons also has a mass, and both constituting, that is called atomic mass or mass number. So here it is. So already I explained number of neutrons is equal to A minus Z, but it is an immature way of remembering. But what is mass number? So mass number A is equal to, so protons, that is Z, plus neutrons. So number of neutrons is nothing but A minus Z. I hope you understood. So but students are remembering just N is neutrons is equal to mass number minus atomic number. So you should no need to remember. So what is mass number? Is something associated with the mass of the nucleus. Now I am asking a question. The question is, so why electron's mass is not considered? While calculating the mass number, why electron mass is not considered? Anybody? Can you raise your hand if you know? Come on. Yeah. Well, very simple. Very good. Somebody has raised it. So I just refer them. Okay. Yeah, this is Deepthi. Tejisha. Come on. Answer this.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I could.
Sir, because the electrons revolve around the nucleus, not inside the nucleus.
Okay, I appreciate for attempting. The reason is as follows. So I'm going to tell the reason. You just have a look. So unmute please, Deepthi. Yeah. The reason is, listen carefully. When compared to the mass of, I'm writing in here, I'm going to write. When compared to the mass, one second. Yeah. When compared to the mass of the proton or mass of the neutron, okay, these are all far greater than mass of the electron. So mass of the electron is negligible. So what I am saying here, mass of the electron is negligible. Mass of an electron is negligible. I hope you are clear. So why? Let us see here. Students, what is the mass of the electron? Can anybody answer? What is the mass of the electron? 9.1 into 10 power minus 31 kg. 31 kg. Right? Yeah. Now, or minus 28 grams. 9.1 into 10 power minus 28 grams. Now, students, what is the mass of proton? Mass of proton and mass of neutron are both are almost equal. Okay. Now, it is 1.66 into 10 power minus 27. Okay. Kg. Right. So, try to understand, students. So, when compared to the mass of proton, it is very much negligible. It is far greater than mass of electron, or mass of electron is far less than mass of proton. That's why we are, while calculating the mass number, you are neglecting the mass of the electron. So that is the reason you are taking the mass of only protons and neutrons, and electrons are neglected. So this mass is neglected. Mass is neglected. So that's why mass number A is equal to proton mass. Number of protons is nothing but by definition is atomic number plus neutrons. So neutrons is, I can say, n. So number of neutrons, now number of neutrons becomes how much? Number of neutrons is equal to A minus Z. So mass number minus atomic mass number minus atomic number is nothing but number of neutrons. So no need to cram the definition. So by concept you are understanding. So the mass number is something associated with the mass of nucleons. I am using another word. What is mass of? So these are called, help me, nucleons. So what is the meaning of nucleons? The particles which reside in the nucleus are called nucleons. So nucleons means here protons plus neutrons. Protons plus neutrons. I hope you are very clear. Now let us get into the very important question. Yeah. Now students, mass number is fractional or integer? Can anybody tell me? Come on. Anybody tell me? Mass number is fractional or integer? Come on. Yeah. Is mass number is fractional or integer? Good. Somebody has raised. Yeah. Ujjwal. Yeah, you can speak out, please.
Sir, you can hear me now, sir?
Yes, yes. I could hear. Come on.
Sir, mass number is a fraction, sir.
Fraction. Okay, good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else, please? Come on. Come on. Good. Kirtana. Kirtana Shraddha. Come on.
Yes, sir, it's a whole number.
It's a whole number. Good. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, fine. Yeah. Well, I'm going to tell you. Mass number can be a whole number or it can be a fraction. For example, you see some of the elements having a mass number. For example, you can take here lithium. Lithium is 3, 7, right? Chlorine you can take. Chlorine is 17, 35.5. It is a fraction, right? Yeah. Now my next question is, why fractional? Why atomic mass is fractional? Very interesting, very important. These are the basics. Okay. Now I am going to explain. So just listen, please. Okay. Yeah. Now, students, now you have to learn. There is a need to learn the concept called isotopes. What is it? Isotopes. Yeah. What is isotope? Isotope means it's same thing. See, I'll tell you in a simple way. For example, you got a car. So the same car is having different versions. So lower version, basic version, mid version, and higher version, right? Top version, right? But car model is same only. Car is same car only. It's a sedan, right? So similarly, chlorine only, same atomic number. So it is having the same atomic number. See, isotope are having the same atomic number, but mass number is changing. Can you see the mass number is changing? Students, try to understand, please. Very, very interesting. Now, chlorine, what is the atomic number? Atomic number is 17, right? That means, try to understand, students. In the chlorine nucleus, 17 protons are there. And atom is neutral. 17 electrons must be there. These positive charges, these negative charges, right? So it is neutral, right? Yeah. For example, if we take another one, chlorine 17, you can take here two isotopes. So 35 and 37. You can take 35 and 37. So this is 35 and this is 37. So students, so have a look here. I am taking this as 35. This is also 17 protons are there and 17 electrons are there. Because this is chlorine. Atom is neutral. Right? Do you agree or not? Yeah. So in both cases, this is 35 and this is 37. Yeah. Both cases. Now, what is the difference here? What is the difference? Number of neutrons. The difference is in the number of neutrons. Try to understand, students. So here protons and electrons are remain. Right? And mass number is changing. Because here same atomic number. Try to understand. Same Z atomic number. Okay. But different A mass number. So mass number means what here? Protons are not changing. What are changing? Neutrons are changing. Try to understand, students. There exist isotopes here. There exist isotopes. Isotopes means same atomic number but different mass number. Mass number means what? Neutrons are changing. Neutrons are changing. So an element can exist in, see here chlorine exists in two forms. One is 35, another is 37. It is chlorine only. Both cases is 30. It is 17 only, chlorine. But it exists as 35, mass number 35 and mass number 37. So you may ask a question. What is the percentage abundance? So which is more stable and which is more available? So that's why I am coming back. Let's go back. See, here 75% in nature. So 35 is available. So that means 35 is more stable. 35 is more stable. Try to understand, students. So 75%, try to understand, students, here 75% 35 is available, 25% 37 is available. So you calculate the average atomic mass. So as both chlorine exists in two forms, naturally you have to take the average. So how average you take? 75 is the isotopic abundance. So isotopic abundance means the availability of that particular isotope in the earth crust. So it is 75%. 75% of what? Mass number 35. So this 75% is 35. Atomic number. Similarly, 25% of 37 isotope is available divided by 100 total. So you get 35 point. That means the fractional atomic mass is erased due to dash, only one component, due to the presence of isotopes. If an element exists as an isotope, so it has a fractional atomic mass. I hope you are very clear. So if any atom or element is having fractional atomic mass, so what is the meaning? Definitely it exists as, it has some isotopes. It has some isotopes. It can have one isotope or two isotope or many isotopes or multiple isotopes. So I hope you are very clear. Now you can see, students, just to name a few elements. Okay, you can see here, as Kirtana has mentioned, it is so whole number. As Ujjwal has conveyed, so you can see there are some fractional, atomic number is fractional. Can you see here? There is fractional. So again, so why whole number? Come on, anybody else? Answer the question. Why whole number? Come on. Bhavana, could you answer, please? Raise your hand. Please raise your hand. I'll give access for you. When you raise your hand, I'll give you access so that you can speak. Why whole number? Mass number is a whole number. In which case mass number is a whole number? Come on, Bhavana. Bhavana, please. There in the app you will find a hand. You just click it. Fine. Nihita. Nihita, please. So anybody else? Why mass number is a whole number? Which case mass number is a whole number? Come on. Well, nobody can answer. Somebody is answering. Yes, good. Ujjwal, come on, answer, Ujjwal. Yeah,
Like, what I'm thinking is, for 1 meter square, 1 meter cube,
no.
mainly grades and the fraction and the whole numbers.
No, 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 no. Actually, when an element is, just I am closing it. So, when an element is not having any isotopes, then it can be a whole number. Mass number can be a whole number. I repeat again. When an element is not having any isotopes, naturally it will be a whole number. If it is having isotopes, then what happens? Mass number can be dash fractional. Mass number can be fractional. Any doubt so far? Good. Let's move forward. Yeah. Students, today I am presenting you a periodic table here for you. You can see here, so many elements. See, for example, hydrogen is 1.008. My question is, hydrogen is 1 only. Mass number should be 1. Hydrogen must be like this. Hydrogen, this is 1 and this is 1. But why it is 1.008? Let us see. Similarly, lithium is 6.941. Beryllium is 9.012. Sodium is 22.9. Magnesium 24.3. Potassium 39.098. Calcium 40.078. Chromium 51.996. Iron 55.8. Zinc 65.38. Copper 63.5. 107.8 silver. Yeah, I hope you understood. That means they exist as isotopes. Good. So, having said that, so let us understand. So, the basic differences between isotopes, isobars, and isotones. Well, now let us see. So, today I would like to discuss about isotopes. In the next class, I will take up isobars, isotones, isodiapers, and isoelectronic species. These 4 I will take up in the next session. Okay. Now let us see isotopes. Well, so already conveyed to you. What I conveyed? Just I asked a question. Atomic mass is fractional due to the presence of isotopes. Okay. What is an isotope? Having same number of protons. Number of protons is nothing but atomic number. Different mass numbers. Different mass numbers. So, now listen carefully, students. You may ask a question. Sir, if it is having the same atomic number and different mass number, what happens? Yes. What is the outcome? It differs in physical and chemical properties. It differs in physical properties, but shows similar chemical properties to the same electronic configuration. So, some physical properties will vary. So, you will study in hydrogen and its compounds. So, for example, deuterium is there. Deuterium behaves differently than hydrogen. Tritium is different. It is radioactive element. So, let us see. Go forward. Now, students, hydrogen has 3 isotopes. Everybody knows it. So, one is protium. Hydrogen is called protium, deuterium, and tritium. Tritium is radioactive. So, let us see what is this HDT. See, first of all, normal hydrogen presence is 99.985%. Okay. Deuterium is 0.015%. So, in the earth crust, mostly protium is present, next deuterium, and radioactive species is very unstable radioactive, tritium. So, I hope you understood the abundance. Next, let us see. Now, say T half. This is called half life. What is this called? Half life. Okay. Yeah. For example, human lifespan is 100 years. Half life is 50 years. Similarly, it stays 12.33 years. This is a half life. Now, listen. What are these isotopes? Very simple. So, students, hydrogen is 1, 1. Deuterium is 1, 2. Tritium is 1, 3. Students, try to understand. Hydrogen is having one proton and 1 electron. Okay. Agreed or not? 1 proton and 1 electron. See, 1 proton and 1 electron. Protium. Deuterium, you see. If you see all the three, 1 proton and 1 electron is there in all cases. But it differs in neutrons. Here, neutrons are 0. Here, neutron is 1. Here neutron is 2. Because A minus Z gives what? A minus Z gives number of neutrons. Right? So here A minus Z is 1 minus 1, 0. Here mass number is 2. Here 2. 2 is the mass number. So 2 minus 1, that is 1. So neutron is 1. Here 3 minus 1, that is 2. Here I hope you understood. So here 3 is mass number minus 1, that is 2. Number of neutrons is 2. Try to understand, students. So this is the difference. Because of in the nucleus only neutrons are changing, but electrons, extranuclear part, electrons and protons in the nucleus are not changing. So as it differs in the number of neutrons, its physical properties will change. Why chemical properties are not changing? Listen very carefully. Chemical properties are associated with interaction of the electrons. Interaction of the electrons. That's why chemical properties are not changing, only physical properties are changing. So I hope you are clear. Now you can see very clearly, I just made it. So number of neutrons are 0, number of neutrons are 1, and in this case number of neutrons are 2. So here I have given the percentage abundance of all the three. This is radioactive in nature. So tritium is radioactive and its half-life is only 12.33 years. And you can see some more examples. So same mass number, same atomic number, sorry, and different mass numbers. You can see here how many neutrons are here. 6 minus 3, 3. Here how many neutrons? 7 minus 3, 4. Here how many neutrons? 8 minus 3, 5. A minus Z is nothing but number of neutrons. So same atomic number but different mass numbers gives isotopes. So oxygen. So here oxygen 16 isotope is present, oxygen 18 isotope is present. So what is the difference? Here number of neutrons are how many? So 8 minus, so it is 8, 16 minus 8. Here 18 minus 8, it is 10 here. So you can see here 10 neutrons are written here. Similarly 8 neutrons are written here. So protons, 8 protons and 8 electrons are not changing. So here see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So electrons are 8 only here. And protons are same because atom is neutral. So protons and electrons should be same because number of positive charges is equal to number of negative charges, so that atom becomes neutral. So I have given enough number of examples. Now you can see some more examples. Carbon isotopes. So same atomic number, all cases. So number of neutrons are changing, you can see here. Okay, different mass number. So you can see here protons are same, neutrons are changing. So that gives different physical properties but same chemical properties. Why same chemical properties? Because chemical properties are dependent on electronic configuration, that is number of electrons. Try to understand the valency. So I hope so. Today I have given some outline and also in-depth insight, a good insight about so isotopes and mass number, atomic number, neutrons. So the discussion is all about so number of protons, number of electrons, neutrons, isotopes, okay, and why mass number is fractional. So these are all being discussed today. So any questions, please? You can raise your hand. If you have any questions, please raise your hand, please. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. Yeah, Ujjwal, come on, you can speak out, Ujjwal. Ujjwal, yeah, please.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, can you again explain about isotopes, sir?
you want me to explain about the isotopes? Okay, you do one thing. Next session I'll again explain about the isotopes, and I recommend you to refer to this lecture. It is in the live classes. You can see